So the agenda for today's this particular the webinar is as we mentioned, it is free webinar on IT job opportunities. So the first we want to understand what are the why you have to select the IT is your career opportunities as a career option. That is first thing. What are the advantages you have? Then which are the opportunities you have, right? Which are the job roles that are available in IT domain? That is the second, the important the parameter. Third important parameter, what the education and additional the skills you will require to find out the job in IT. Your education, the criteria, then your skill set and the certifications, right? Right. What is exactly you will require to find out the jobs? Okay, that was like the second point. Third point, the latest IT jobs which are in high demands, and when the people, right, like there are some like fresher people here, or you are starting your educations, and later you want to switch in cyber, say like example in your IT, right, you want to like go into the computer, you're going for computer engineering, or you want to move into the IT. So which are the latest job roles in IT are you have to be focused on it. That will be like another point for us. And how we can help you to find out the jobs in IT. That will be last the point for us. Like in today's the webinar, we will try to finish this webinar in 45 minutes. The last part is like if you have any common questions that you want to be clarified, so we will have the 5 to 10 minutes to clear your the doubts or your questions, the queries that you have. Okay, so we will start for the day. Okay, so the first point that was as I mentioned, right? Why you have to choose the IT as your career option? The first very important thing is it is like high demand, and you will get the job security. Why it is high demand? The one important things, right, related to IT. Now, if you are working, example, there are some people they have completed engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, or they making some diplomas, doing the ENTC, or the other like example normal taken the normal the bachelor degree. If they observe in the market, right, where they will get the opportunity, the mostly all the people later they will moving into the IT. They will find out the jobs, the desktop support jobs or any IT jobs, and later starting career in IT. So the opportunities compared with the IT and non-IT domain, right? The other domain and IT domain. So there are a lot of opportunities. A lot of people are moving from the non-IT domains to the IT domain. It is very hard for you guys if you observe the IT people are moving into the non-IT domain. But there are other domains, right? Non-IT domains, the people they don't have the much opportunities, and therefore they like moving into the IT domain. Even they like they have the some experience in their non-IT domains, and then after the age like example 30, 40, 50, they're moving into the IT domain. Why? Because of the opportunities. Why have the IT domain high the demands in market? That you have to be understand. Because nowadays, right, when the businesses are doing, we have to understand the current trend. What is the trend in market? What is the requirement of the country or the world? And if you observe that any businesses, right, if you have the tea stall, or maybe you have the healthcare like hospitals or the banking or for like any other finance or the insurance, the construction business there, like a farming is also there, like agriculture, IT is also there. Without IT, it is very hard to complete your non-IT work. Like you can take the hospital. Whenever you are moving, going to your hospital, right? First, you will observe that there will be one lady, right? The people will be seated there. Will ask your information. Like you ask, hey, what is your name? So they want to do the registration. So they have the computer. That job is called as IT job. Filling the customer like the your patient informations, creating the reports. Then machine is also there. The same thing by banking. Bank cannot do their work without IT. So therefore, you can say there is no any single sector, right? There IT job are not available. All the domains, all the businesses, the IT was very, very important. So example, the people like this tea counter, chai wala, he was taking the money, right? Using the like PhonePe or Paytms. He's doing his marketing on social media. So what is this? This is like the IT. Without IT, you cannot do the same thing for agriculture. So example, in the like rural area, if you observe, right, nowadays the agriculture, right, even you are the farmer, you have to fill up some example, this crop or the insurance, right? Take the photos and fill up the forms and send this to the government. Then you will get the subsidies. So the normal farmer, they are unable to fill up that particular forms, right? So there are like the peoples in the rural area, right? In the villages, they help them to fill up the forms. They're taking their charges and they do like their sustaining. So that job is also like IT job. So therefore, you need to find out, right, the opportunities, what is the market trend. And then you will say, yes, the IT, right, is overcome all the domains. Okay. Now, very important things, the next important thing, right? Why you have the high demand jobs and like job security. So this is example, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is the global, the organizations maintaining the data of the all the domains, right? The businesses. And as per their latest the data, right? The IT job market growing 12% compared to the other domains, right? It's like 5%. The 5% have the opportunities on other domains, and compared to that, like 12% into the IT domain. Another important fact, like the fact from them, if you observe right here, the unemployment, the people losing their jobs, or like the example, people have completed their education and they don't have the jobs. IT, the ratio was 2.4. Another domain is like almost like a 6%. Again, IT is performing better here. Another important thing, maybe in COVID, you know, the right, recently the COVID situation happens. The many people, right, in non-IT domain, they lost their job. But the single domain, right, available just like healthcare and like the IT people seated homes and like doing their doing their work. So there was no any impact of the COVID situation, right, where the world was like the shutdowns, but the still IT was working, and that was the beauty of IT. You can work remotely. Your businesses will be not stopped, even you have the tsunami or anything. It will be continuously running. So that is like first very important points related to the IT. The second important point was attractive salaries. You will get very good salaries compared to other like other non-IT domains. Take one example, the banking person, right? He was working example, the bank manager working there. He may have like 50,000 or 60,000 salary after like example 5 to 10 year experience. And the single IT person, right? He just graduated and he was like moving. He will get the 12 or like 18 lakh salary per annum. We starting with the career 15 like thousands or 1 lakhs or 2 lakhs. That was the another very important things. Another important opportunities here, right? Nowadays, after the COVID, you can work remotely. So example, you seated into the Pune location, like in the Pune or any, like you are in the rural area, okay, of like across any like a globe, and you working remotely, for example, US-based company. And when they're giving the salary, right, the salary is on the basis of US. So the dollar rate, you know, right? So I think 84 rupees per dollar, the valuation of that. So when you are working the remote jobs, right, your salary will be very high. And if you are in non-IT domain, example, working in the healthcare and you want to you like work for the US, right? You cannot work remotely. You should have to be present at like a remote location on site. And therefore, right, the high packages for the IT people, why? The people seated in Bangalore working for the US-based companies or UK-based companies or Singapore or Australia's, they're getting the high packages. And now you don't need to go to the example in Bangalore or Pune location. You can go to your homes, right? It's like work from completely remote of opportunities for you guys. Your expenses is very low and your salary is very high. You will also get the bonuses, immediate joining bonuses, then variable, and there are a lot of stuff for the IT peoples because IT is like a global platforms. what are the opportunities, what are the advantages, right? The pay scales are given to the example US based people, the same will be getting in the IT. US working in India as well because you're doing the global job. But the same thing will not happen for the non-IT domains. The non-IT domains, you will get the benefit as per your local area, the local market. But for the IT, it is a global market. You will getting Saturday, Sunday off. You have a lot of leaves, like there are like lot of flexi opportunities like that. That's great. So that will be getting an IT compared to the other domain. The next point that what we just highlighted, remote work opportunities. So if we compare the IT and non-IT domains, so near about the 60% of the technology companies, right? IT companies, they are helping, so like giving the opportunity, remote work opportunity to their employees. Compared to the non-IT domains, just like a 15%, like a 15%. So give an example, take one example like IT person, right? He was working, he may have the hybrid opportunity. So go for 3 days to the office and 2 days working from home, or there are some companies giving completely remote opportunities. If you have any example emergency situation, you don't need to go to the office. You can work remotely. But same thing example for another domain. The banking person, the cashier, he's doing this cashier work, he cannot do this remotely. He has to go to the office. Same thing for construction or for other domains, right? Okay, so that was like there is very less opportunities, the like remote job opportunities for other peoples. Another very important thing, work-life balance. So what I said for IT, right, is comparing the global market. So example, you working with the US based companies, so they have like a two like employees. The one now the India based and one is the US based, right? But they're getting the opportunities like same opportunities, the same flexibility. So it will help, IT job will help you for the flexibility, giving the flexibility. If you example go to the like you go some for your some emergency to your home, you have to have to spend some time, example 5 days, 10 days, 15 days or 1 month. Company will allow you to work from home. When you're doing other jobs, right? You have to completely take off in your emergency. So that's the flexibility. Another important things when you're doing your IT job, can you please
त्या निघलं मला लागते का
okay. Another important factor was right in when you are working in IT, your time is example 9 to 3, sorry, 9 to 6. But if you have some time, like example, some important work, you example, you want to go to the bank or you want to go for some shoppings within your office hour, you can go. Later, you can manage your work. It's called as flexibility. Okay. One very important thing in the next, like the next part, like the point is continuous learning and growth. When you're working in IT, compared to other domain, you have a lot of opportunities. Example, you join is like example as a normal analyst. Later, you will be growing as manager or like the like top IT the positions. Your salary will be high. Even you want to switch your domain from one domain to another domain, you're working in example development, you're working in administrator, or you're working in the network, you can move into the latest like a technologies. That opportunity you have. Compared to other like non-IT domain, it is very hard from move from one domain to another domain. Even organizations will give you the career advancement options. You can grow from the entry level to the senior positions. You can take the trainings. Company will be helping and paying the amounts for like giving you the trainings to do the career advancement. So that was like another opportunity advantages for IT. This was again very important. The parameter that was considered by the Gartner, like Gartner is very important. The organizations are doing the research, what happening across the globes, right? And what they said, the strong backing. So 1.7 trillion investment happened in the technology related companies. Okay, and 700 billions. Okay, there are some people here, they may be not understanding the English, right? No problem for it, right? We will take a separate session for Hindi and like local languages. So this particular session, we are focusing on English. Okay, so there are some people, right? If you are unable to understand this, no problem, right? You just like connect with us, right? You chat on this, our team will be connect with you, right? They will share the another session that will be happen in Hindi. Okay, so 700 billion non-IT jobs will be available. Sorry, the investment happened, right, in non-IT domains, and 1.7 trillion is very, very high, 1.7 in IT. Because you already know, right? If you are example, you have the banking domain or you have the like healthcare or in like any industry, right? They're putting lot of money into the their improve their IT infrastructure. Because every organizations, the business understand that without IT they cannot sustain, they cannot do the business. And the last very important point, global opportunities. When you're working in IT, you have the lot of opportunities. You can work in different countries, either remotely or you have the like opportunity to work outside. And another domain like non-IT domain have the very less what you call it as the opportunities. The whole world is open for you when you have the IT skills, right? You can apply for any countries. You can go for any countries. If you check, right, if there may be like some people in your like they are in IT, right, in your like relations, and maybe in your relatives, check that. Maybe they will be have like to going into the good cities or moving into the different countries. Okay, and last very important point, right? Diverse role. So even example, if you have the IT skill, right, you can work for the e-commerce companies, you can work for health tech, you can work for the fintech, or you can work for any organizations. Their IT role was generally there. Example like the healthcare, they require the IT stuff. You can work for them. Banking, finance, e-commerce, because IT is everywhere. Okay. So these are the important like the parameters and the points, right, that will help you to consider why you have to choose the IT as your career. Okay. So next important point, right? If you are like thinking that yes, IT was like I think you can consider this as your career opportunities. Yeah, like it's like your career options, right? Then next very important point for you to know that what are the important parameter, education important parameter you should have to be considered if you are moving into the IT, like looking for the IT jobs. The first one is education background. So for IT good roles, right? There are some roles they will be accepting without the bachelor degree, right? But most of the good jobs, you should have to be the bachelor degree. Previously, right, before COVID or like mostly for like before COVID, the companies, right, the IT companies are specifically looking for the bachelor degree in like into related to the computer. Example, computer engineering, computer science, computer application, BCA, BCS, or engineering in computer, right? So that generally previously they are looking. But nowadays, after the COVID, right, the technology is shifted and organizations are not focusing on their bachelor degrees, but they're focusing on the skill-based trainings and hands-on experience. Okay. It was moved. Maybe there are some point here, like people here, they want to understand why the previously organizations are focusing on the education, but now they don't want to focus the education. Example, even you have the bachelor degree, BA, Bachelor of Art, you have like a commerce or you have the MBA, or you have any non-IT education degree. Can you still go into the IT? Yes. Then why? Because there are some people, right? They are, example, doing the BCA, BCS, MCA, MCS, doing the engineering. Then what is the difference between them and the normal BA person? You just pass out the BA, or you just pass out from any. They don't have any subject in their education for related to the IT domain. But how the company are giving the jobs to them? I think this question will have everyone right in your mind. Why companies are not looking for the specific education now? Previously, they're looking. You should have this education, then you can apply for this particular IT job. Okay, anyone? What do you think? There will be like some people, they're already working here, right? Maybe you are working in IT. So anyone want to give the answer for this, or anyone know why this particular like change happened in IT industry? The technology in the industry happened recently. They're not looking for any specific bachelor degree. Any bachelor degree is okay.
Because of good skills.
Okay. The important parameter here is about the education system. So example, if there was one person, right? He was like doing the BCA, BCS or MCA. Okay. And now which one is the good opportunity for in IT domain? Example, cyber security is the like the latest trending IT jobs. It is very high demand. But what happened? There was no any single subject available in BCA or BCS or MCA related to cybersecurity. Another one is related to cloud, related to machine learning and artificial intelligence. And companies are always looking for the latest technology. So what happened? Your education degrees, right? Your education, when example, you have you're working in Pune, like the doing some graduation from Pune University, they change their syllabus. Previously, they're taking 10 years to change the syllabus. Now they change the example in the near the 5 years. But again, day by day, the technology is changing. The demand of the businesses are very change. The IT, right, is very rapid, fast growing technology. And the education institutes, the education universities and colleges are unable to take this fast growth. The speed of their changing the syllabus, right? Or like adding the latest technology in their syllabus. It is not happening. And therefore, companies saying, yes, we, even the person, right? He has any like a non-bachelor degree, no problem for us. What they specifically looking for, they said, if any bachelor degree you have, right? Example 12 plus 3 plus, like example 15 plus is okay. You have the example bachelor degree, that means you learn the 15 years. 12th, your HSC, 3 years like any bachelor degree, 15. If you're doing engineering, it will like like a 16 year. That was okay. And they're mostly focusing on this another area here now, companies. They're looking for the skill-based peoples. The peoples, they are, if they are the skill, they're taking this particular skill training from any from colleges or from online or from the companies is not matter. But if you have this as a specific IT skills that have the more opportunity in the market, if you're learning that, where you're learning, that is not matter. Is that particular learning, right? The training program, it is giving you the hands-on experience because companies are looking for the experienced people, hands-on experienced people. They don't want to spend like their times to educate you again. Give you this same example like training again. It will take a lot of efforts. And therefore, companies are looking like expecting the experienced people. You have taken the training, sorry, the experience from your training or from your internship or from your part-time or full-time job. That doesn't matter. But they're looking for the real-world experience. And if you have that, they're not looking for your bachelor degree or your any education degree. Another very important parameter, maybe there are some people they spending the huge amount of money to go into the like example IT. The some people, right, what they generally do, well, like previously we have taken the one the seminar when the 10 and 12 people have like their result will generally happen. I think in June we have taken one seminar. So example, some people they want to move into the IT into IT. What they generally do after 10, they want to do the engineering. So what they generally do, they will be going into like after 10, they may be taking the admission for diploma, or maybe they will be going with the 11th and 12th science. And what they generally do, they will be going for specific city, specifically for rural area people, moving into the big cities. Why? They want to be have the institutes. They will be taking the training for them for 11 and 12, adding the courses there because college not focusing on the proper the study. To crack your CET or your JEE or like any like other the exams, right? To appear for the engineering, people are spending 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs. on the private institutes. Okay, but that is not required nowadays. You can just go for the online courses. They will be just taking charges 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. Your kid, right? Or maybe you can sit in your home. You just purchase one laptop and study your 11, 12. You don't need to go to the specific city there. Because when you're going to there, and if you have the offline classes, the cost is very high. For 11, 12 and crash courses, right? They're taking 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. If you're leaving the example specific city, right? Example, you go for the Pune or Sambhajinagar. You're spending 60, 70,000 rupees per year for like just for sitting there. You may have the rooms, you have the mesh charges, a lot of stuff on, right? But that is not required. This is a new trend that you have to be like, people should have to be like understand, they should have to be educated to other peoples. If you have the same skills, right? Example, you have the crash course, you go there in like offline classes. And the one like example trainer, your kid was unable to understand their language, what he was like a teaching. You don't have any options. But when you go to the YouTubes or you go for the online classes, right? The same session will be recorded session will be available. So if he never understand one time, he can listen this for 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, and then clear his concept and he can move forward. But that's not happening offline. And people still like they are not aware about, they are not educated for this. They don't know this latest changes, and they're spending a lot of money on this. Another important things, once they pass out from the 11, 12, they're going for engineering with the good reputed college. At the good reputed college, have the minimum fees like 1 lakhs per year. And the total degree is like 4 lakh, like example 4 years. So they spend minimum like one low. The some cover like colleges, they have example MIT. The cost is they have the 2 lakhs per year. So you just spending the engineering degree, IT engineering degree, right? 8 lakhs to complete your engineering degree. It is just a fees. You don't have the living charges. Like additionally, you have 70 or 80 or like near about 1 lakhs per year. You're spending for your educations, right? Your example 11, 12, and your engineering to go into the IT jobs, you're spending example 10 to 15 lakhs. The parents spending this amount. Is it really required? That's answer for this question on this one here. That most of the IT jobs, right? They are not focusing on which institute you have worked, which university you have worked, you are like complete your degree. Just looking, do you have the degree? That's okay. But they're focusing on the skills. And how many will take times for you to get these skills? If it is a good training institute, right? They will help you to, if you are example coming from non-technical background, if you spend 2 hours daily, right? Within 3 to 4 months, they will help you to find out the jobs. You don't need to spend the 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs going for engineering or going for this classes, lot of stuff. And that is the beauty of the IT. Your investment will be very less. If you understand properly, if you got the proper guidance, the skill was very, very important for companies, and they're not focusing on this. So even you have the completed your bachelor degree from any like example, not from good college, you completed it from rural area, no problem for it. You just focus on this. This we will get in 3 months for like 3, 4 months, depend on you. So when you're taking the training, right, the what organization looking, they're looking for hands-on experience. They're looking for you to have the internship experience where you have done the practical work. If it is generally there, that is good. Another important thing, certification. How they know that you have the skill? Because of certification. So there are some certification in IT. That is like the industry recognized certification. If you have that certifications, that will be good. It's like advantages for you to find out the jobs. Okay, so this was the like this slide is very, very important for you, like the people's, right? Even some people's maybe like a parent here, they have to understand. If you understand that, then you can help you to like your kid, right? You can see your money, your investment on the educations. Because what happening in India, everyone know that, right? The government sector, right? The colleges or school is not good. And is forcing, right? The specific the person, people, right? Forcing the common man to move their kid into the private sector, like to private institutes. Because it is very it has very like business opportunities for the peoples from taking from the private institutes. Okay, so if anyone have any further question on this, right, education or anything, you can like separately reach out to us, right? We will help you to clarify your if you have any additional question. Okay, next. Now we discuss what are the how you have to come into the IT domain. Then what are the education requirement, right? The training is requirement for you to find out the job in IT. Okay, now third slide was this is also important. Which are the IT job you can do? So now is very famous, for example, cyber security analyst. The cyber security is high domain, like the high demand, the domains. If you want to into that, you should have to be some trainings that related to cyber security. Then you can capture this particular job. If you are interested into developing, like writing down the like software, creating the softwares, right? Example, different type of softwares, you can go to the role is called a software developer. If you want to be handle the computer related work, then you call it as like a system analyst, IT support specialist, desktop support engineer, network administrator, database administrator. So these are the specific IT roles, the focusing on IT like IT role domains. The website development, you want to like the someone want to be like a website developer. You want to develop the website for the businesses. So you will be like a website developer here. You want to create one mobile application, mobile apps for businesses. You will be like a mobile application developer. Now artificial intelligence is very famous. So that role was coming is like artificial intelligence, like specialist, AI specialist, machine learning. Even if you like the teaching is like your passion, learn IT courses, learn like take the trainings, and you will be like educator. You will be like a trainer. Another very important things when you're taking the like example IT the training, it will be mostly the online base. You don't need to be do the offline training. And when you're doing the online training, the one very important like parameter for you guys, whole world is open for you. So example, if you are like a trainer or the example the teacher, you're teaching this for the specific institute on the specific location. But if you're doing the IT related like the training, right, you can use Zoom or like this, this type of platforms, share your knowledge with the many peoples. The people across the globes, right, can join your training. Take your advantages from your knowledge. Okay, so these are the opportunities are available for the IT peoples. So we learn why IT. You have to be selected. It has multiple opportunities, the multiple parameters that you will be considering. There are multiple like the different types of jobs are available that we have just like understood in last slide. I will not go into the much detail because it will take a lot of time for like a lot of times for this. But later we will be sharing this particular the slide with you guys, right? So you can review and you can make your own research on these roles if you require the information on this. Okay, so there are a lot of opportunities here, right? The lot of IT the career option opportunities are there. So even IT was like not like a new domain. It is also like a very old domain. It is mostly started like developing started from 1990. Sorry, 1990. Yes, correct. So which are the very common domains? Software development, website development, then IT system administrator, database administrator, IT consultant. These are the very common roles that are generally happen like that available from previously. But nowadays, right, IT is also moving. IT also have, there are some opportunities in IT. There is specific domain that are in very high demand. So example, you want to come into the IT domain, right? That was good example, good decisions. Again, you have to think that which one is the most high demanding the domain in IT, because IT is not also not like a small. It is also very big the domain. So in IT, which is the high demand job opportunities domain that you should have to be focused. You should have to be start your career or switch your career into that specific domain. So next 10 year, 15 year, you don't need to be change your domain. Otherwise, right, IT was very fast. Example, you take some example skill. After 1 year, that skill will be not example applicable for you to sustain your job. So now when you're moving into the IT, you have to be think that which is the most important domain, right? Have high demand domain that has the more opportunities in market, and in future it will have the more opportunities. Okay. So that was this particular next slide, high demand IT domains. They have a lot of new opportunities and there was very no competition are generally there. Very less competition compared to the other IT domain. The one very famous, right, that was very high demand was like cyber security, protecting the organizations and their digital infrastructure from cyber attacks. That is the work of the cyber security. Another one is cloud computing. The previously have the traditional the data centers and the computers are generally there, but nowadays the businesses are shifting from on premises to the cloud platforms. The cloud computing is also in the high demand. The next one is data science and analytics. Now everyone know that, right? The government or private sector data was very important, and this data processing is very, very important. So if you have the millions of records of data, how to filter that data according to the trend, according to the business needs, this generally happen in data science. Is also in high demand. And latest the field again, artificial intelligence and machine learning. This is another very, very important domains. The people, right, like the organizations are focusing on to build their IT like artificial intelligence, AI and machine learning into their businesses to faster their businesses. So these four domain, like the domain, right, in IT is in very, very high domain, like in high demand. Okay. Now in this four domain, right, again, we will be going, which one is like most like the good domain. You start with IT, then like we learn multiple roles, which is high domain. These are the four high domains. In this one, which one is the more trending, have the more opportunities across the globe? That was the cybersecurity. The cybersecurity is the most trending platforms, the most trending domain. It will give you the lot of opportunities, lot of advantages. What that will be, that we will be discussing. So if you're thinking that you want to move into the IT or you want to switch into the IT, which one is the best domain from IT? Cybersecurity. So why cybersecurity? You should have to be selected. The first very important thing is high demand. It has the high demand in market. Why have the high demand? That we will be learning in next slide. Because you will have the job opportunities in private, public sector, anywhere you can go and find out the job in cybersecurity. You will get a job opportunity. You will also have the job security. There is a 0% unemployment for the cybersecurity peoples. The other IT domain, right? The developer, the tester, they lost their jobs in COVID or after COVID or even in the recession period. Financial recessions happened last times. But there is no layout happen for cybersecurity. Why? Because the people expectations, right? The people required, the requirement was very high and available people are very less. Again, why cybersecurity? It helping to protect your data, organization's data. And every organization, they require the cybersecurity. Either they are working in finance department, banking domain, or any domain, right? Cybersecurity is very, very important. Wherever you are using the IT, you should have to use this, like cybersecurity to protect that particular your businesses. You will get lot of like your salary, you will get the high paid salary in like in cybersecurity. The people's right, the normal salary they're getting from 5 lakhs as like entry levels to 10 lakh, 15 lakhs, 20, 50 to up to 2 crores, 3 crores CR. Depend on the organizations and the role what you look the like the skill you have. You will have a lot of career or like opportunities in the cybersecurity. You can work for any company. Example, you want to work for the banking, you want to work for the healthcare, you want to work for government, you want to work for the any technology related like the domain, you will be get there the jobs. There will be different job opportunities are available that we will be focusing. So these are the general the point that will be helping for you. Okay, now we will more focus on what is cyber security and how exactly this particular domain will be expanding in future. Okay, so what is cyber security? The cyber security means the example you have the mobile, right? And hacker can hack your mobile, and you may have this some like example very important data. You may have some example your private data, your like a personal photos, videos, your finance related data. So you should have to be protect that particular data because hacker, right? Unauthorized persons will be coming and accessing your data, and it will be challenge problem for you. Either you will be loss of like example, you will have the financial loss or you will have the reputation loss. What is financial loss? Maybe example, right? You have the banking application installed on your mobile, and what happened? Your mobile was hacked, The person, particular person, right? He's performed the banking, like logins to your banking, right? Online banking, and make the transaction. So you lost the money. This is called as financial loss. Or another important thing, example, your WhatsApp was hacked, or your like a social media account was hacked, and someone is asking, hey, you have to pay the money. It's called as ransom. And because of fear, you are paying the money. Again, this is the financial loss for you. Another was reputation loss. What is reputation loss? Example, your mobile is hacked. It has some private informations. Example, you have the private photo in that particular mobile. The photo example with your girlfriend, your wife. And that particular photos, right? If hacker have like given the instruction to you, hey, you have to pay this particular money to me, otherwise I will be posting this on social media. So you will have the reputation loss. So there are many people, right? This is like a general incident happen mostly for the related to the women and the girls, right? They may have the like the perform the suicide because of their fear. If my these particular photos was exposed, it goes to the parent or my relatives one, right? So my like reputation will be goes. Better I have to do the suicide. There are many incident happen this, and this will be increasing day by day. This is called as cyber security in your personal related to your mobile. The same thing, right? This like the personal, the organization also have the computer servers because you everyone know that, right? When you're doing your any businesses, either you're doing the IT domain or non-IT, like the businesses, computer are generally there. And wherever the computer, you're doing your business using, take one example, hotel, right? You have your hotel. There was one computer when you're doing the creating the receipt, accepting the payment. If that application was hacked, you will be lost your business. The banking, the collecting the customer informations, the citizen information. If that information was lost, that was taken by the hacker, the bank will be lost their reputation. Also, they will have the finance, they will have the many regulations, the restrictions. They have to pay the like many amounts to the their regulatory example RBI. They have the proper rules for the banking. If you have the cyber attacks, you have to prove that you have the proper process, proper technology, proper people they are working with you. If you don't have that technology and you're doing the business, you lost your business. Additionally, you will have the financial penalties. You have to pay the huge penalties for it. So cyber security means protecting the IT infrastructure. Either it is mobile, it is your computer, or it is your server, or it is your network devices, routers, switches, whatever the IT is related infrastructure, right? That need to be protected from the cyber attacks, online attacks. And that is work of cyber security analyst to protect this from the technology. Okay, so example, this is the like the one infrastructure related organization. So they have the router, the switches, they have the computer, mobile, PCs, printers. All this can be hacked by hackers, and they can take the advantages of this. And ultimately, the cybersecurity, the role of cybersecurity analyst was protecting all this infrastructure from cyber attacks. That was their work. Why cybersecurity is important that we're discussing, right? The organization want to maintain the confidentiality, integrated availability. These are the technical terms are used in cybersecurity. We will just skip that. But that was maybe you know that what it is. Different type of cyber attacks will be happen on your mobile, on your companies, on your government or private sector. Mostly the malware infections. The one malware was sent by the hackers that is going into your computer, your mobile was hacked, and the hacker have the access for your mobile or your computer, and they're taking the advantage of that. They're sending unauthorized messages to another person from your, like example, from your mobile or from your like social media accounts. So this will be like a different type of cyber attacks. Hackers will taking advantages for this and hacking the organization infrastructure. Different type of cyber security attacks. The hacking, phishing, spamming, and all these are the different things that you don't need to be focused on right now. Okay. This is another very important data that was shared by the one very the well-known organization working the globally, right? The research organizations providing the security services across the globe. So what they said, as per their recently report, right? The report was generated in 2024. They said according to the 14th 2024 report, the estimated 4 million professionals 4 million people are needed to fill the growing cybersecurity workforce. The organizations are looking for 4.4 million people. At the same time, Fortinet Global Cybersecurity Skill Gaps report found that 70% of organizations indicating that cybersecurity skill shortage create additional risk for their organization. And what current organizations said? They said the 70% of the organizations, right? They said that they have the risk for their businesses because they have the shortage of cybersecurity peoples. Other finding that highlight this impact of growing the skill gap on companies across the globe. Okay, so this is the particular report, right? Maybe we will share this report with you if anyone was interested for that. Okay, so I will be just like will open that particular report. So this report I'm talking about, the Fortinet, this organization, they regularly, right, on the yearly basis, they were like checking the challenges in cybersecurity in IT domain, what happening. So nearly 90% of organizations experience the breach. They prefer like how the cybersecurity attacks. Okay, so if you think, right, this is the report that I'm talking about, right? So this is the detailed report they have created, and this is the recent report. It's not like old report. So what they said, if you like, we don't want to go like focus on all these report ones, right? We just want to highlight the important parameter from this. Example, executive summary. So what they said, when it comes to cybersecurity in 2024, the stacks are high organizations. Stakes. The breaches continue to take financial toll. Senior leader penalized. So if you see, right, example, what happened? Corporate leaders are being held accountable. If you go like example, this what happened? 51% of organizations say senior leaders have faced jail, fine, jail, or loss of position or loss of employment following cyber attacks. So what happened? Example, there was any cyber attacks happening. Take one example, banking leader, the CEO of the bank, and there was major cyber attack happen. If there was no proper security are implemented and there is no proper people, they have the higher right. What happened? The particular leader, right? Maybe he can lose his job, loss of employment. He maybe lost his jobs because company will be fire him. Maybe he will be going into the jail because it is the organization, the top management responsibility to protect your organization. Why? Because you are collecting the information, right? The citizen informations, customer information that need to be protected. If you are unable to do that, you are not focusing on cybersecurity. You will be going to jail, or you may lose your business, or maybe you will have some fine penalties. Okay, so near about 50% organizations, right? The leaders say they will have the financial problem, like the 51% organizations. But this is very challenging situation. The another they what said 87% of report have experienced one or more cybersecurity breaches in 2023. Last year, like 83 percent of organizations they said they have the one or two times the cyber attacks. Cybersecurity depend on three key factors. So these are the different key factors are very, very important. IT security staff is required and they have the lack of their knowledge. Employee, they don't have the security backgrounds. The next one, right? 97% of responders say their board says cybersecurity is business priority. Nowadays, now, right? All the organizations, they are focusing on cybersecurity. They said this is our business requirement. This is our priority to implement the cybersecurity. And when they're implementing the cybersecurity, they will be required the people. They have to be hire the people. Okay, so we're talking about the Asia Pacific leaders, right? And what the penalties they have faced for, right? If you see, right, the APAC, the Asia Pacific region, the 58% of organizations have faced the challenges. They faced the penalties. They have paid the amounts across the like EMEA also they are North America, right? So you can see this was like the very the big count. 53 of responder breaches cost their organization 1 million in 2023. Even though you have the single cyber attacks, right, on your organization, you will have the huge amount of penalties. Which is the most common attacks? Malware phishing is the most common attacks happen on organizations. Okay, if you see, these are the different type of attacks happen: malware, phishing attacks, web attacks, password attacks. These are the different cyber attacks happen. We don't want to move into that much on the details, right? I just want to share which important data. Why cybersecurity was very important. That you just need to understand for organization. And if you understand this, then you will understand that yes, if it is important for organization, definitely they will be hiring. They will be doing the investment in this one, and you can take the advantages for it. Okay, so the next slide was, is the cybersecurity talent shortage happening across the globe? Answer is yes. There was very, very demanding, right? In organizations are specifically looking for cybersecurity peoples. Okay, is the government also have the opportunity cyber security in the government jobs? Yes, the government, right? They have the national security. They have to protect their critical infrastructure. Example, energy, petrols. These very important things for the organization, like for the government, and it will be operating using the IT. And wherever you are using the IT infrastructure, right, you will require cyber security to protect that. Because previously, generally, the word example, word what happened previously, it is from the gun. Now onward, this war will not happen using the gun. It will be happen on your organization to organizations, financial reputation loss, finance loss. The country will be facing the problems. How? Using the cyber attacks. The cyber war will be happens now, like the in the like upcoming future. Even if you see right in Ukraine and Russia war, the two attacks happen. One is like what, right? They have the bombing and gunning that's generally happen, right? Yeah, like destroying their the critical infrastructure for the countries. Additional to that, they also performing cyber attacks on their company, like the different companies. The like Russia have performed the cyber attacks on Ukraine to destroy their the communication systems. They targeted their like example their bankings. So this will be happen in future one, right? So protect for that. There will be many opportunities in government. The cyber crime, like cyber cell, right? You know that, right? Nowadays in India, the government, right? They will be looking the IT cyber security experts to be higher in their cyber cell, so they can do the investigations where the people are have lost the finance or they may have the problem in the cyber security, online fraud. So if you are interested to work for the government, you can increase your skill, focus on cyber security, and later you will be apply for the jobs. You don't need to be example, give the if you want to work for the government, you don't need to go with the competitive exams, the APSC or UPSC as well. If they're hiring for the specific skill, right? If you have the cyber security skills, right, you can work for government. They're just focusing on this skill, not on the example, the competitive exams. Okay, another important thing, why cyber security? Because if you say, right, even the chai wala, right, normal tea person will be taking the charge, like their charges, their payment online. It will be agriculture or it will be non-agriculture or any domain, right? The companies or like peoples are paying in online, and when you're paying this online, you should have to this the systems to protect the your finance. And their cyber security was very important. If you see, right, this will be growing day by day, and this will be completely growing. Okay. Again, this is very like cyber crime expected. What happened? The cyber crime is also happening. And if you see how it was happening, right? So it was continuously growing. The graph was continuously growing. And if you see, right, in 2027, right, up to March, it will be like more increased here. This is another important thing, like a job market. 2024, right? Almost this type of peoples will be required for organizations. Cybersecurity market size, you will like the region wise. If you see, right, this is again continuously growing, not only for specific the region of the globe, all the world, right? It was completely increasing year by year. Cyber security is not specifically only like looking for the IT, but you will be able to like work in all the domains. You can work there. If you say example healthcare, right? Cyber security was very important to protect your customer, your patient data. Same thing for government here. You can see, right? Government collecting their citizen data for the different type of the facilities to the citizen need to be protected. Highest paying cyber security jobs is waiting for you. You just need to be increased, like, right, develop your skill. So these are the different cybersecurity jobs will be available. The top one is security analyst. What is the job role of security analyst? If any cyber attacks happen on your organization, that need to be like specifically need to be detected, investigated, and responded by cyber attacker. Like to that. That was didn't happen by this cyber security analyst. And like there are different cyber security job opportunities, but this has a highest opportunities in market. Even you have the small type of like training and internship experience, you will easily find out the jobs here. But for other domain, right, other jobs, it's very hard for you to get the job, like the jobs. because this is not like the like focusing on the completely on the day-to-day operation, day-to-day activities. This is example penetration testings. The organization will have the 1 year like the yearly basis activity. It's not performing on the day-to-day basis, but this is like a day-to-day operation, 24/7, focusing on the cyber protecting organization cyber attacks. Okay. And what is this like security analyst? Is also called a SOC analyst. It's very interesting jobs. If you're focusing on this specifically, right, to move into the cyber security, these jobs is very easy for you to crack and start with your career. Later, you can move from the one domain to another. Like you later, you can move from once you taken the experience for this, right? You can move from this other domain, other jobs. You cannot directly go with other jobs because they're looking for the experience, much experience, 5 year experience or more than that. So what you generally do, this SOC analyst will generally do, he will be investigating the suspicious activity happen on the organizations, like then do the investigations, protect it, and keep your organization secure. Okay. We have the cybersecurity training. We also providing cybersecurity trainings and helping the lot of people to get the cybersecurity jobs. So if you think that you want to take the proper training from cyber, like example, cybersecurity training, and you want to start your career, right, or you switch into career, you can consider cybersec expert. Why? So we are providing this much of this like the facilities. We have the industry expert, like the expertise. So the industry experienced peoples, they already know, right? They work for the different companies, know the latest technology, latest tools, how to protect the organizations, and you will be learning from them. You'll have the opportunity to this. It's not like the traditional education systems here, right? The people, example, some people they have the PhD in their like example in their education, but they don't know how to use that with the particular knowledge practically. And that was the problem. Even the education institute or the private institute or like the peoples, right, looking the expert peoples to train them because they know how exactly work in company and how to protect the organization, example in cybersecurity, like that. And this trainer, right, will be focused on the real world scenarios, real world training. It is not like something you learn and later when you apply for the company, they said, hey, this is outdated. That's not the case, right? You will be learning in the real time environment, the real world cyber attacks. It will help you to get the job. Another opportunity, right? The important things for you to like will be getting from us is like the training is on the latest trend and technology. The tools will be the latest. We will be focusing on here, like to give you the practical, the experience and develop your mindset. So you should have to be think up to protect, how to protect the organization, how to detect and investigate the cyber attacks. We will provide you the 100% job assistant. We will help to create your CV. I will discuss this point later, okay, right? We will also helping for mock interviews and mentorship. Lot of opportunity you will have, right? So example, someone, he just have completed his education or maybe he was pursuing his education. You can connect with us. We will taking care for you to get the job in cybersecurity. Because we have the industry standard, right? The specific, the training focusing on the real-time environment is covering the practical, the industry knowledge. It will give you the hands-on experience, the real-world hands-on experience. You will also get the internship. You can work with us. The total we have the 2 months program. The first month you will be taking the training because you don't have any knowledge about cyber security. So you will be taking the knowledge in for like in first month. The second month you will be doing the internship. Your role we will handling the cyber attacks in our live environment. That will help you to give the hands-on experience. We will also help you to create some certifications for you. Yeah. Industry recognized certifications. We will help you to give the certifications. We will also give you the options to flexible learning. If you are like example, the fresher, right? Or you are doing your college or you are the professional persons, okay? You can find out the like 1 or 2 hours on the daily basis. You can complete the training and within 1 or 2 months, right? We will help you to find out the jobs. Because getting the job in IT, right? Like in the IT domain, not only in cyber sector, in IT, they are looking for like the is required 4 parameters. The one is education, that may you already maybe have like completed or you're doing. The second, you will require the skill, the training, hands-on experience, certifications, mock interviews, and as job assistant. That everything we're giving. So if you are the serious person, right, and you want to move into the cyber securities, we will be helpful. Okay. Another one important point for cyber security that I just forget about that, right? For the organizations, right, will hire in cyber security. Like leader want to be hire the peoples, they have the certification. If you have the cyber security certification, right, the organization will be hiring you. Okay. And the last important point from this particular report, right? This is the Gartner report again, right? From the 14.8. 83% of companies have diversity goal to hiring in the next 2 to 3 years. What is this diversity? The diversity means the maintaining the ratio of the women and men's in organization. There are some specific example in industry, they're only focusing on example men. Some are only focusing on women. But IT, right? It's combination of the men and females. The women can work there. And if you're talking about specifically cybersecurity, organization want to hire the female candidates here because they want to maintain the diversity. And there are very good opportunity for the female candidates here, right? The girls, women, to start their career in cybersecurity. That was the ratio, if you see, right? Difficulty finding the qualification individuals. The organizations are facing the problem, right? Example, women, they're facing 41% of organizations, right? Facing the challenges to find out the good women candidate. They have the proper knowledge. So there are some vacancies already, like they are not fulfilled because that was specifically need to be hired for women and organizations, like the many people are applying, but they don't have the skill. And the organization is looking for the skilled peoples. Right. So I think there are some feel like the women's they have joined here, all right. The girls join our sessions, right? You will have the advantages to move into the cyber security because of the organizations want to fulfill this particular the positions, but they are unable to find out this because the cyber security was the latest technology, latest trending the domain. There was no people, right, moving into this particular domain compared to the other domain. And if it is the latest things, you have to be considered for that because you can sustain your career longer duration for it. Okay, so this was the point I just want like the miss. Okay, some people asking for the cost and that general information, right? So these are the benefit for us if you are like considering our training. So we will provide you the 100% place assistant. You will help you to prepare your resume CV. You will help you to prepare your resume, like example, your interview. We will take your mock interviews to give you the confidence. We'll give you the question and answer you for your like interviews. This particular programs, right, is 100% practicals. This is our training cost. So if you're like example, applying from India, the cost was like a 15,000. If it is across from like outside of India, the cost will be 199 USD dollar. The duration, what I said, like 2 months, right? Is not updated one. Okay, so it will be like a 2 months duration. 1 month is training, 1 month is internship. You will have the practical hands-on experience, and at the same time, you will be giving the mock interviews. You will be preparing for interview within these 2 months. So after 2 months, you can start for apply, and within 15-20 days, you will get the job. You will get this training completion certification and also the internship certifications. Additionally, you will also get some certification from our side for cybersecurity. So one very important thing, if you are interested into these particular programs, right, we will help to find out the jobs, your first job in cybersecurity. Only we are looking the serious people. If you are serious, we will help you for that. We just want the dedicated people. They are focusing, they are the dedicated and want their career to switch into cybersecurity.
Sir, minimum qualification what's needed?
The minimum qualification for any bachelor degree, right? If you already have completed bachelor degree, you can start for this particular training and you will get the jobs easily. If you're example, the last year student, then in that particular case, what you can generally do, you can still join our course like this particular training, right? And you can do the internship. So what happened in the background, right? Once your education was completed, you can find out the jobs. Even your education was not completed, if we have some positions, right? That is for undergraduate people, we will help you to give that job to you. Okay. So for training, right? Example, if you see, this is our training syllabus for cybersecurity. Okay. So why you have to choose cybersecurity, right? We already have covered most of the points from in our career today's the seminar. You will get this type of opportunities. Okay. Then what you will be learning? These are the things you will be learning into the particular course. Okay. Who can join this particular training programmers, right? Anyone like college students, graduate, or anyone can join this. Because what I already mentioned, right? There was no criteria for now the organizations to have the specific background education or the specific skills. If you're taking the skills, then there is no problem. And these are the syllabus for like the technical syllabus for you, what you will be learning in the course. The cryptography, SIM, and there are a lot of stuff, right? So if you not understand this, then there is no problem for you. If you are from
Is
this,
there programming language needed for it?
sorry,
Programming language needed for it?
a good question. There is no programming language required for cybersecurity people. There are some specific rule, right, that where is required. But for SOC analyst, right, cybersecurity analyst to protect organization, you don't require any coding knowledge. Even if you don't know how to use computers, our course was like covering everything. Example, you will be covering networking. What is computer, how computer work, and then it is starting from that. Then what is IP address and all this stuff, right? It's starting from that. Okay, so even if you have this no knowledge, it will be covering everything for that. Okay. So this particular training programs and internship program, right? We also have the training and internship, right? So in the same thing, you will be like learning in internship, the whatever you learn in training, right? That you will be implemented in your internship practically. So we will help you for that part, right? To example, help you to develop your career. We will give you the job placement assistant. We will give you the certifications. We will provide the mentorship programs for you to not only to give these particular jobs, but once you get the job, later after 1 month, 1 year, you want to switch your jobs to get the higher salary. We will help you that. This is our mentorship program for something.
What is the sir average salary?
Average salary, right? It will be starting from 5 lakhs to 50 lakhs for SOC analyst who have the experience from like 0 to 5, like example, 3 to 4 year experience. The salary completely depend on two things: your knowledge and where you are applying for the companies. The one company giving the non example salary 50 lakhs, another company giving the 5 lakhs. That is the beauty of IT. Because when you're applying, for example, remote jobs, the company was example in US, they will be paying very high salary compared to the example like a local the organization. We will ask our admin, right, to share this document with you guys, right, on their WhatsApp group, right, that was created. Okay, you can review this particular documents and you can contact if you're interested. Another important thing, right, that we want to just highlight it. There are some people here, you may have just completed your 12th, or maybe you have just completed your bachelor degree, any bachelor degree, and you want quickly start your job in IT. What you can generally do, you can focus on this particular job. Dextro support engineer. You will get the salary from 15 to 35 up to 40,000 range. How many days it will require? Within the 1 month, we will give you the 100% job.
It's a different course.
This is different course. This is not the cybersecurity course. This is a low level course one, right? Example, the person who completed the 12th, right? He just passed the 12 and he want to do the example job. He can do this particular course. Example, some diploma people say, right? There are some people, they have just completed the diploma and they're going with for engineering. So for cybersecurity or IT, the good jobs, right? They cannot appear for it because they should have to be any bachelor degree. And now you are undergraduate, you don't have the bachelor degree, then you can go with this particular job. You can do this job in part-time. Take the admission for your example, like the year some example, you are the bachelor degree or whatever the degree you are doing, and do this particular job. So this job will give you the practical experience, will give you the money, and later after you work there for like 6 months, like later you can switch to the cybersecurity.
What is the price?
Okay, for this Dextro support engineering, the cost is 5,000. So we have the two courses that we are generally doing. Okay, the one is like a cybersecurity analyst. The cost was like of 40,999, and desktop support engineer. The cost here is like the cost here is 5,000.
When cyber security course will start?
This particular courses, right? There is no any prior date for you to get this particular the date. So we have divided like the good question. Okay, so what we have generally done, right? If you want to do the cyber security analyst training, right? So we have divided this particular like the course in two parts. One is the training. Okay, so what happens? We will give you the 120 hours training programs, recorded sessions that we are previously were conducting the online training. Saturday, Sunday. Saturday 3 hours, Sunday 3 hours. So it will be taking 4 hours last times. But we are not doing the live sessions now. There are one reason for it. Why? Because it is wasting example for 5 months to just people complete the training. Again, you have to do the practical stuff. So it is taking almost like 8 to 9 months or near about 1 year to finish the course and practice itself and getting the jobs. And nowadays, this time is like too much. So what we have generally done, we have recorded the sessions, right? The previous exam, now we have example 40 people now joined here, right? Example 50 people. We're taking the live sessions, recorded this particular session, and later with the next people's, right, we're sharing these recordings with them. So what is the advantages here? As per your times, you can, even you are working, you are college student, you are not doing anything, you can quickly finish this particular training because you just don't need to be wait for the like live trainings, Saturday, Sunday, or specific day times. Another important thing, if you are doing the online example live training, you have to come for specific time. And second problem is you also need to be complete this training again. The previously what happened, example, you join this live sessions today, you complete a live session, again you go to the home, watch the video again and make it practical, because this is not like watching the movie and you just finish the movie and you said, yes, I have watched the movie. That is not the case. This is a practical hands-on the training, right? So whatever you learn in the online training, in the live session, you have to do this practically. And when you learn this practically later, right, you will forget about everything. Then again, you have to watch the recording. So the better what you generally do, instead of watching this live and again going with the recordings, better just in the single times go for the recordings. Finish this particular like the training programs in 15-20 minutes, like days, depends on your times. Okay. Once you finish this particular training, you will also have the internship. The internship was live. You can work with us for 5 hours, daily basis, Monday to Friday. So whatever you learn this in this training, right, you will be implementing that particular knowledge with us. We have the expert people here, right? They will be helping for you if you got any problems. In this training videos, if you got any problems, you can always reach out to us. Anytime, if you have the problems, we have the separate teams. They will be taking the meetings on daily basis, 2:30 to 7:30. The one meeting will happen on 2:30 and another meeting will happen on 7:30. So you can join. Example, you just watching the recording videos on today. You got some like the problems. You can join the 2:30 or 7:30 meetings and ask your questions there. The question will be resolved there. Your query will be resolved.
Sir, what will be the SIM tool and ADR tool you guys provided training on?
Yes, okay. Good question again. Okay, so this is our sample CV. Once you completed the training, right, we will be creating this CV. Okay, so if you see, right, you will be getting soccer knowledge, you will be working with us like internship was, right? We will give you this. You will learning this professional summary. So this is the tool we're covering. We're covering the Splunk as the SIM solution. We're covering the CrowdStrike as the EDR, Palo Alto as a firewall, Proofpoint as an email gateway, Proxy is like a Zscaler. So these are the tools we'll be covering in the training. That's focusing on this. You will be able to perform this activity in your internship programs, training and internships. So once you completed this training, right, you will be able to handle this actual work in company. You will also get the certifications from our side. So what you generally require, you just require any bachelor degree or anything, right, or undergraduate, your degree. The remaining everything we will be taking care for it. The skills and the what else you want to be learning, everything will be taken care. Same thing for internship, like for the desktop support job. If you're doing the desktop support job, right, I think where was that? Desktop support job, right? This, if you are the 12th pass or like any undergraduate or any student who want to apply for this after 12th, you can apply for these desktop support jobs. We will give you the jobs in within 1 month. It's covering everything that you required to perform this desktop support in the job. If you're going in the market, right, getting the example hardware and networking classes will take some, like instead of taking 50,000, some taking 1,000, like 1 lakhs. Still, they're not giving the jobs to you. You just live like learning this, like the general learning. The same thing you will get in 5,000 with 100% job guaranteed. Okay. So those people, these are interested, right? Is any training program, you can reach out to us on this particular number on WhatsApp, right? Or on the email. For your further queries, our team will be response to your like queries, or we will be happy to help you on further, like your further instruction or like your further the queries. Okay, so before we stop for the today's, right? Does anyone have any like further question that you want to clarify? Okay, that's correct. If no further question, right? Even in our internship program, right? There are some common question what I like added here. So training and internship, what you will generally doing and all this stuff, right? Okay, this paid, unpaid. What is that? That you like information you will be getting for it. So if you have the further question, reach out to us for like our admin team separately. They will happy to assist on your queries. Okay, we will be putting this particular videos, right? This particular session on the YouTubes. We are happy to we're requesting everyone, right, to share this particular recordings, this particular YouTube the video with your others. Maybe they will get the benefit for it.